I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Raxiom 7.5-inch double row LED light bar fitting all 1987 and up Wranglers. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this light bar, which I'm going to give a 2 out of 3 wrenches because there's probably going to be some drilling involved to get this installed, and there will definitely be some wiring involved. This is for those of you who want to add some auxiliary lighting to your Jeep in some not so standard locations. This light bar is not going to have a lot of bolt-on brackets or specific spots that it is designed to be mounted, but that also gives you the ability to really customize where you put this light bar. This could end up being your reverse light, this could go up on a roof rack, or this could go on a front bumper hoop, although again, there's probably going to be some fabrication and or drilling involved to get it mounted. Raxiom makes a high quality light bar that puts out a lot of light, especially for being such a small light, and this has a combination beam pattern, so you get a lot of usable light all at a pretty fair price. This bar is a die-cast aluminum housing with a polycarbonate lens that is designed to resist breaking and scratching, so even if it is up on the front of your Jeep and you are off-road, having a couple of branches rub across it shouldn't cause you any sort of damage. The light does come with 2 feet and it is adjustable as far as the angle that you mount it at, but again, you're probably going to have to drill a couple of holes for those feet to get this bar mounted. There aren't a lot of mounts for this size light bar. This bar has a total of 12 3-watt LEDs, and as I mentioned before, this is a combination beam pattern. So the lights to the outside are going to be a flood pattern, while the ones to the inside are a spot, giving you a really nice combination of beam patterns and a lot of usable light. This light is also waterproof, so having it out in the elements won't hurt it a bit. Now, as with most LED light bars on the market, this does have a 2-wire pigtail that comes on it, so you are going to have to do a little bit of wiring when you get it installed. Now, Raxiom does make a really nice wiring harness that will help you with that. It includes a switch, a fuse, a relay, and all of the actual wiring that you need all put together. So all you need to do is pick up a positive and a negative at the battery, pull 1 wire through the firewall for your switch, and attach the other 2 wires to the end of this pigtail, and your wiring becomes much easier. So if you're somebody who's not too comfortable with automotive wiring, picking up one of those harnesses is a good idea and can certainly make getting this installed easier. So as I mentioned, I am giving the installation of this little light bar a 2 out of 3 wrenches, and the reason for that is you're probably going to have to drill to get this mounted, and you are going to have to do some wiring. If you pick up the wiring harness that I mentioned before, wiring will go a lot easier. And if you're not interested in drilling a couple of holes to get this mounted, chances are you're going to have to build some sort of bolt-on mount yourself and do some fabrication. So installation does become a little bit more difficult. If you're interested in a smaller light with a lot of light output, you can always go with a LED light cube or even a round LED light that are single post mounts, and those are going to mount in a lot more standard locations, so it'll keep you from having to drill or do that fabrication. If you're interested in a bigger light bar, there are bolt-on mounts for a 21.5 inch and of course a 50-inch light bar, so all of those again won't require any of the drilling that this bar most likely will require. So all you need to do to get this installed is figure out where you want to put it. You'll install the feet onto the light bar, mount your locations for the holes you need to drill them, and then bolt the light into place. From there, it's just a matter of getting it wired up. If you get that Raxiom wiring harness, that becomes a much easier task, or you can always custom build a harness for yourself and have this switched off of a lot of different locations. The benefits of LED is the fact that it puts out a ton of light in a small package, all at a low amperage draw, so it gives you a lot of opportunity to wire this in with existing circuits, whether you're using a relay or not, so you can get really creative with that. As far as tools necessary for the installation, you are going to need your wiring tools, and you're most likely going to need a drill and a good sharp drill bit to get this bolted down. Overall, I would say that this light is priced appropriately for what it is. It's going to, of course, put out more light than smaller LED light cubes. It's going to put out less light than a 50-inch light bar is, but for the amount of light that you get out of this and for the build quality that you get from this, I think it's absolutely worth the price. Now, it does create some challenges, but also some opportunities when looking for ways to mount this light. So again, if you want something that you can custom mount, if you want to build a mount or you're comfortable drilling, it's a great option. If you're not, I would recommend taking a look at a light bar that's a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger that has bolt-on mounts available. It'll make getting the light bar installed a lot simpler. So if you're interested in adding some auxiliary lighting to your Jeep and you don't want something in one of those standard locations, you're interested in fabricating or drilling to get this light mounted in a not so standard location, I think this is a great option. You're going to get a ton of light output at a fair price and a high build quality. So that's my review of the Raxiom 7.5-inch double row LED light bar fitting all 1987 and up Wranglers that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.